Hello, my name is Nigel, and we're doing this poem. It's called My Backyard. From 41st Street to Hampton Avenue. That's where I was, am, and always will be. See, these words are inspired from playing bike tag in the street until your tire caught a flat like a Coke can hit over and over again by a basketball. Courts always seem to be crowded. Quick to fill up on Saturdays, quick to empty out when the gun sprays water. Until you had to run in the house and reload, or until your hand cramped up the block of church that rang its bell once every half hour and played a tune every hour. Curfew, street lights! God bless the man who came up with the idea of blacking out certain city blocks in order to save money in the county budget. Cause see, even kids in the suburbs never had it that easy. They told me, Nigel, representing the 220 program that takes kids out of the hood and into the suburbs to complete their education on every video game system that my boy Tehran had, who I call T. Jay moved away when I was 12 years old to Brown Deer, which is only like 15 minutes away, but felt like a whole nother country. Time lemonade sold for a quarter in 8-ounce cups. From the front porch to the end of the block, and don't let me catch you trying to cross that street. You know your father will be home or I'm off the road tonight. I might contemplate running away, cause see, I never fully understood my father and all the lessons he would try to teach me. And I would hate the way he would yell at me for not cleaning up my room. Mate was my older sister, and we would console one another's after whoopings from the comet, the crazy old man in the truck. But with the exception of one, none of my friends knew or rarely saw their father, checking me when I would go off on my rants. At least you got a motherfucker. So that caused me to redirect my thoughts toward the man who taught me about life. From status quo to psychos, and yes, I'm talking about girls who always seem to fall in love with the bad boys that mama would slap the black off of. So light-skinned brothers became the style for a while until summertime came around and turned their skin a nice golden brown. From mellow yellow to non-laters and corner store runs with hands filled with nickels and dimes because only the ballers roll with quarters and half dollars with the silver center. That weren't worth more than me, or so my grandma told, cause see, I had that heart of gold. Nevertheless, she gave me 100 of them and told me to put them in a safety deposit box because one day they'll be worth a lot, like people with a knowledge of themselves. Now notice how I said people, because that's what we all are. People. Our skin tone is not a predestined color code. Our location is not a limit to what we can behold or overcome. From saving ourselves, from saving the world, to saving my place in line because I left my lunch money in my locker, along with my books and my homework, because when 3 o'clock came around, I was free. Like an open cuff. I couldn't make it back to 41st Street fast enough. Sugar in my system, you might question my sexuality. Actually, that kept me from developing a taste for alcohol. Burns like nothing else, no matter what cut scrape you put it on. A Band-Aid, then hop on your bike racing against nightfall, hoping to get in one more game of street football before sunset cast that shadow on my backyard. From 41st Street to Hampton Avenue. Thank you.